Did you know that Yuto Horigome comes from a Vert background? Maybe I'm just like completely out of the loop. Maybe I just don't know what's going on in the world, which is most likely the case. But I saw him do like a couple airs on Vert on like an Instagram clip. And I was telling Brock, the guy who films everything for Skate IQ, and I was like, bro, Yuto looks so good on Vert. That's incredible. And he was like, yeah, you used to be a Vert skater. And then Brock sent me this video of Yuto at 12 years old. Never seen it. Here we go. Stale fish, backside 3, backside ollie, front side airs, stale fishes. Okay, it's like pretty chill stuff. What park would this be? Wonder where this is. It looks familiar, but I don't know. It's definitely like some 12-year-old style lip tricks. Like, wait a second. He did frontside cab ollies? At 12? Let me see, how old is Yuto right now? He is 26. So this was 14 years ago. So this is, wait, Yuto's only 26? It's 14 years ago. It's 2011. So I'm just wondering, this is like the same time I was doing Vert stuff. I wonder why Yuto wasn't just like absolutely shredding the Vert stuff, because he's at the level, if not better. Nollie lean. Nollie lean 3. I like that. That's like a lot of the same stuff that I was doing. Not the cab, not the frontside cab, no grab. But like Nollie lean 3, that kind of stuff. I was actually exploring it like 2011, 2012 as well. That's super interesting. Kick the bendy. Oh no. I think in a different timeline, we're seeing Yuto stick to Vert and absolutely be a menace. Like, look, there nowadays, you see this all the time on Instagram. Every day you go on Instagram, you'll see some kid that's 12 years old doing this. But in 2011, this was not the case. Before Instagram, quite possibly, even. I don't know when. I think Instagram was like 2011, 2012 era. And it was still like pictures of overly saturated cups of coffee, you know? Instagram was not what it is today. But to do an indie air like 5-6 feet, nice and clean, and then put it straight into a backside air the same height, like he had the makings of being a pro Vert skater. Yuto could have been a pro Vert skater in this era. There's no doubt about it. This was the same time that I was honestly like out in the amateur ranks, competing in the amateur comps. I was getting like top 3, winning a fair. I was winning a lot of the amateur comps, and progressing into the pro ones, 2011, 2012, 2013. Yuto, just by the looks of these like basic airs and some of the 360s and kickflip indies, like he was right there. He would have been like really, he could have qualified through for sure. So I wonder what made him transition into street, if he was skating a lot of street already at this time. Be great to talk to him about it. Wow. So this nollie frontside no grab is special. You can just see by the pacing of it that he has really good board control. The shape of the trucks, you know, like he's able to point the trucks in at the ramp really nicely. Kind of really control his upper body. Like, it's still Yuto. This trick right here is really hard. So nollie big spin is not that hard, right? Probably not for Yuto. For me at this time, it was kind of the same. This was one of my go-to tricks, just nollie big spin. But the problem with turning it 360 is you usually want to over-rotate. So you notice that he catches it and starts to put it on the wall, facing straight, like as if you were skating straight down. And then you let gravity just slide you around nice and slow. And look, he's looking like way this way. He's actually doing something that I try to explain to students all the time. Balance towards the nose of your skateboard all the time and let gravity control where the direction you're actually going. But if you balance towards your nose, you can stay on. People, this is a very uncommon skill, to be able to balance completely backwards and not really care where you're going and just stay so centered. The pacing, the control is incredible. Okay. Now we're getting to it. Switch, backside, body varial. Then it's like a frontside kick turn out, but we're going to call it backside because it's switch backside takeoff, so the whole thing is switch backside. So switch backside body varial, backside 360. This is very difficult because of the issues that we just explained. You notice how you want to balance towards the nose of your board. But in this case, you're starting switch, so this is your nose, and then you do the 180. Now this is your nose. Obviously, there's a bunch of different ways to do tricks, but that's the general concept. And then if you balance towards this nose, then it feels like a frontside trick, and it's really weird. But I've never done this, but I have done a bunch of switch backside 360s, and a lot of my bails actually look like this, even without the body varial. So the fact he was able to touch the ground and still get on is crazy. But I want to go try this trick to see what it's like. Nollie cab. So he has a special talent. And I'm just very surprised he didn't pursue vert skating at this time. Whatever. He's obviously magnificent at street, and that's the right choice. I'm not saying he should have never gone to street, but he would have been whooping some ass in vert comps this year in 2011 with these tricks. And it would have been really cool to have, Yuto up in the winning those amateur comps, giving me a run for my money, Because we weren't doing that. We weren't doing nollie 360 cabs and stuff. I did a lean 360 and I was really hyped on it. I think that was all the way in 2013 even. So Yuto's ahead at this moment. I haven't seen any 5s or 7s, and that's probably the differentiator. I don't know. I did kick with no grabs, ollie 5s, melon 5s, Indy. Yeah, he could have absolutely destroyed me in 2011. If you watch videos of me in 2011, it's kind of embarrassing. Just back-to-back 5s. Am I missing something? Is it because Yuto was in Japan and couldn't afford to travel? Fakie to fakie 5s, stalefish 5s. There's nothing missing. Stalefish back 3. There's just nothing missing. I'm really confused right now as to why Yuto did all this and decided not to do the competitions, and then also decided to only do street comps. He's obviously a dual threat, and he's just essentially ahead of the game in 2011, and I didn't know that. Yuto's always been Yuto. Of course he's always been Yuto. And if he just wanted to do vert, he would have been an absolute menace. That's crazy. That's insane to think about. That Yuto is really that guy. Oh my God. Yuto could have been one of the best vert skaters ever in history if he wanted. That is so humbling. That's so crazy. I'm sad about it, actually. I wish we had Yuto in 2011 on tour with us, pushing everybody further. I think that would have been really nice. I'm a bit shocked right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm a bit shocked that, like, I didn't know this. Nobody knew this. Like, where was Tony Hawk? Like, I was doing half of this stuff at this age, and Tony was like, hey, come on tour, because I lived closer, probably. Obviously, the language barrier. But, I mean... Dude, I'm surprised there's not a 720 in this video. I wonder if he's ever done a 7, but the way that he spins, he could definitely do 7s, 9s. Nowadays, it would be like 7 to fakies, a really popular one amongst the kids. His board control, I mean, I'm tripping. This is crazy. The vert skater we never had.